vamos a iniciar ahora sí el de Stanley Parable.
¿Qué layos dijo?
Un juego de toma de decisiones donde supuestamente nosotros somos Stanley. Dicen que es un trabajador de una oficina y que, bueno, la historia no lo sé, ¿no? Vamos a descubrirla. Dice que toma las decisiones, pero en el proceso vas a perder el control. Entonces da a pensar un poquito de qué tanto en verdad tu toma de decisiones se toman en cuenta, ¿no? O si te empujan a que tú tengas que ir por donde el juego te guía. O te indica, ¿no? O te fuerza, no sé, por así decirlo. Vamos a jugar. Vamos a iniciar partida, pues vamos a ver. A ver. No bien. Nunca es el fin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Haz algo. Muévete.
Ay, tengo que moverme. O sea, Stanley era el único en la oficina. Llegó y no... Bueno, no sé si llegó, vivía ahí, pero estaba solo, es lo que entiendo. Y nadie le da órdenes. Trabajo aburrido, ¿no? De solamente apretar los botones que te piden. Sin embargo, a Stanley le gustaba, dicen. No puedo hacer nada. No hay nada en el 429. ¿Yo qué número soy? 427, ¿no? 428. No se puede abrir la puerta.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Tener reuniones. Primero voy a investigar. Ok. Hay gente... Oye, todos odian los lunes.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ya me di cuenta ya.
Mucho más tarde.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
No me acuerdo qué puerta me dijiste después. Quiero mi logro. ¿Y por qué hice 4 veces? Bueno, avanzamos. ¿Qué hice acá? Es el manejo, otro que odia los lunes. No puedo ni hacer zoom. Bueno.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Tú me das órdenes.
¿A la izquierda? Pues si yo tomo las decisiones, ¿por qué me voy a ir a la izquierda? Me voy a la derecha, ¿eh?
La única cosa en este mundo que me da órdenes son los huevos.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
O sea, también me está diciendo que tengo que hacer. No, porque me está diciendo que ese no es el camino correcto. Que solamente que ir a hacer las reuniones. Bueno, eso es lo que me dijo, que voy a ir a hacer las reuniones, ¿no?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Unos minutos más tarde.
Bueno, ya, vamos a seguir avanzando.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Pero ¿por qué me sigue insistiendo de que me vaya a la izquierda? Yo no quiero ir a la izquierda. Es un almacén, ¿no? No, voy de frente, a ver. Ok. Yo soy medio curioso. Cuando juego siempre me gusta ir por otros caminos antes de seguir el camino.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Pues no toma decisiones, pues. Yo quiero tomar mi decisión. ¿Qué es esto? Es un almacén. Quedo con las calles. Bueno. Esto será 4. Se cerró. Uy, acá con una tarjeta. Uy, vi bastante taza de café por todos lados. Bueno, si te pones a jugar, te van a por el uso inapropiado de las máquinas, ¿no? Te penaliza.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
¿Por ella? ¿Por quién ella? ¿Su esposa, su novia?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Esta puertita. Uy, pero es muy similar al otro, ¿no? Bueno. Ay, se cerró de nuevo. ¿Qué hago? Las luces no se prenden. La carga no prende. Y todo suena como si fuera una computadora. Uy. Pestañear. ¿Cómo voy a entrar ahí? Yo no quiero. Bueno, tampoco lo tengo de otra. ¿Entraré? Uy, Diosito lindo.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Ni siquiera lo pienses, vaquero.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Pero si supuestamente
Choice.
toma de
It's the
decisiones,
best part of
toma
being a
decisiones.
real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Ya, pues, a ver, si me dice que es un juego de toma de decisiones, yo tomo las decisiones si quiero o no. Y de acuerdo a eso se desenlaza el juego, pero me está presionando a yo tomar las decisiones que ellos me indican. Y como no las he tomado, pues como que me han dado una capacitación de lo que tengo que hacer, porque si no tiene consecuencias, porque se han dado cuenta de que yo no soy Stanley. Ay, si vuelvo a conectarlo, ya lo desconecté, pues ya la fregué. Pero esta habitación estaba vacía, ¿no? ¿Qué dice acá? Top, top, top. ¿Qué dice? Stop. ¿Qué dice ahí en la pared? Stop, top. Y al fondo dice Charles. Bueno, teléfono, no puedo utilizarlo ya. O sea, si hubiera tomado las decisiones que me estaban indicando, se hubiera terminado el juego. No, o sea, por lo que entendí en el libreto, lo que dice que tenías el teléfono, que te esperaste por la misma ambientación anterior.
¿Puedes apurarte? El olor me está dando asco.
Pero me dijo la última parte de la izquierda, entonces no debe ser esta porque es la única. Si me dice la parte de la izquierda, que hay una toma de decisión.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Regresamos nuevamente al juego. Pero no entiendo, a ver. Le voy a dar la contraria. Si es mi toma de decisiones, yo me quiero ir por acá, pues.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
¿Pero por qué? Yo lo quiero.
No obedeceré las órdenes que tú me des.
¿Puedo abrir esto? Y cambió la habitación, ¿no? Totalmente distinta. El archivador medio raro. La puerta de códigos. Todo está como que toda esa parte del juego está mal diseñada. Yo no quiero ir allá. ¿Qué pasa acá? ¿Qué pasa acá? ¿Me aprieto un botón de veces? Posición número 4. No funciona nada. Pero es como si el juego 361 pues si hubiera estado... bueno, ya, me empuja, no tengo de otra, pues. Ya. Me están obligando prácticamente. Ya casi no tiene errores el juego. Ah, esta las reuniones.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
A ver, crack, creo que estamos subiendo un poco la voz. ¿Qué te parece si nos calmamos un poco?
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No. Este tío que arañado. Me está reiniciando todo el juego.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No me da la gana. Vamos a ver.
No! Why did you do that?
¡Cállese, señora!
Quickly, hurry back.
Ay, Dios santo lindo, de nuevo reinicio.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
¡Aburrido!
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Vamos a ver qué pasa ya. Voy a comportar igual de terco. Vamos a ver qué sigue.
Y dale con eso.
La misma habitación. No dice nada. No dijo nada. Creo que está molesto. Creo que ya se molestó, no me va a decir nada y me va a obligar a tener que tomarla. Pero no quiero.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Esa es la tercera debe suceder algo. Si no sucede nada, ya te de aquí por la izquierda.
¿Qué le pasa a ese estúpido?
¿Pero para qué me dan 2 opciones? Si mejor me dicen, mejor vete a la otra puerta y ya está. Me abren solamente una. Yo quiero ir contra la corriente. Porque supuestamente es un juego de toma de decisiones y quiero tomar mi decisión.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
No.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Otra vez tú, güey.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Right, no, yo estoy turn the right. Me había escuchado mal. Ya, sigo sin notar nada, sin ver nada. Sigo viendo lo mismo. Ya. Me demoro para que me digan
No!
Yes.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
¿Qué estaba volviendo? Como me dijo.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Otra vez tú acá. ¿Por qué no entiendes?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ya que no tiene nada de juego de toma de decisión. Es gracioso porque lo estresas al locutor, o al guionista vendría a ser. No, yo quiero la cara. ¿Se puede abrir? Ah, ya. Qué contreras, por Dios.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Unos minutos más tarde.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
10 segundos más tarde.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Una hora después.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Mucho más tarde.
Un bug de juego. Ya, vamos a meter por la izquierda. Ay, Dios, no quería eso. Quería ver que pase algo a la derecha. Pero bueno. Voy como... Claro, no. Bueno. Tengo que haber atrasado.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Bueno, no tiene mucho. Pero dice nada. Ya, ¿para dónde voy? Broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bien engañoso, ¿no? Como que acá debería haber una escalera porque si hay 2 puertas. Te me obliga a ir para arriba. Básicamente el juego lineal. Puerta. Epa. Se puede abrir. ¿Qué libro están leyendo? Page. Bueno, páginas amarillas, ¿no? Como la guía telefónica antigua que se utilizaba para buscar personas o empresas. Está cerrado.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Pero ¿cuál es el código? ¿Cuál es el código? Toma careta.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
¡Señor! ¡Señor!
¿Qué? ¿Ya se acabó la película? ¿En qué terminó? ¿Qué?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Ay, ¿para qué me dijiste eso? Ahora no quiero hacerlo.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley, yo soy yo. Pero yo estoy arriba.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
¿Y moriste? Por desgracia, sí.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
¿Qué? No, no, no.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley se ha desdoblado o se ha muerto.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
El héroe es el...
Take as much time as you need.
¿Es la voz en off? ¿Qué más hay? ¿Qué terminó? Bueno. ¿Esa es mi oficina? ¿Se va a comenzar todo de nuevo?